Hello and welcome to our new channel called 60 Northbound. My sister and I have put this channel together because we're in that age bracket and we have discussed so many things and we thought, why not? Other people have the same thoughts and perhaps conversation as we do. So welcome again. And this is a channel created for those of us that are in that age bracket, 60 plus, and who know the 60 plus can be interesting, exciting, dynamic. We have so much going for us and we want to keep it going. We're hoping that some videos will make you laugh. Others will be thought-provoking. Some will have useful tips or information. Never be the same video twice, for sure. In our first video, we're going to be talking about scams. Without a question, many of you don't want to hear about scams. Many of you are fed up. You read everywhere about them. People talk about them. No one really wants to keep hearing about it. I'm here to tell you that in Canada in 2025, over 700 million was lost due to scams. Now, having said that, that is really a low figure because it's believed that the figure is more like in the billions. And this is because people don't report every scam. Some people don't report because they feel that it makes them look stupid. I do not agree with that statement. Scammers are clever. They're only going to get smarter because of technology and AI. Scammers are looking to target anyone they can, and it's a numbers game. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to hit somewhere. So what I first want to start with is two scams that I was, privy to in my banking career. I no longer work at any bank, just to make that clear. But one time when I was working at a branch, a lady rushed into my office and she was nervous and shaking and she was just really uncomfortable and I could see it right away. She said, I've got to close the door. And she slammed the door shut and all of a sudden she took her purse, a huge purse, and she emptied the contents onto my desk. $5,000 worth of gift cards. As unbelievable as it seems, yes, $5,000 worth of gift cards is what she dumped on my desk right in front of me. And then she said that she was hoping that I could give her the address of this gentleman that worked at the bank. And she gave me his name. It was a long name. And I did the search on the internal portal and did find out that a man by that name did work for the bank. But he was not client interfacing. He never would have reached out to any client. The lady went on to explain that she was told by this gentleman that they were concerned about a certain staff member at the branch. Wondered if maybe she was underhanded, maybe she was skimming some money. Don't know. So she was told that they would like her to help the bank. This would never happen in real life. Please remember this. But she was told the bank would like her help. Her assistance. So they asked her to withdraw $5,000 on Saturday. Most branch managers aren't there on Saturday. And that she was to buy gift cards and mail them to this gentleman. And once he received them, of course, not true, but he told her he would deposit the $5,000 back into her account. Well, luckily enough, this lady lost the address to where she was supposed to send these cards. So at least we were able to prevent that. So she did have a $5,000 in gift cards, and this person did not. Completely scam. came close, but did not complete it. This happened because the woman wanted to help the bank, or what she perceived to be the bank. She was told not to discuss it with any of the staff members, including the branch manager, which wouldn't be there. They knew wouldn't be there on a Saturday. Sad. Thankfully, we were able to stop it. Another incident I was privy to is a lady came into the branch and she wanted to wire $5,000 to someone. The teller asked her if she was familiar with this person she was sending the money to, and if she understood that the moment they pressed enter, the money was gone. The woman was very, very upset about these inquiries in the bank, and she said it was none of your business, and certainly things that the scammer told her. The scammer told her to be prepared for what the bank might ask, told her that it's none of the bank's business what she did with her money. She went ahead and wired this money. A week later, she came back and she was crying. It was a scam. She wanted to see if she could get the money back, and cannot happen. She had said yes, even though the bank teller had tried to get her to think about things for a bit. The bank teller did what she was supposed to do. The scammer did what he was best at, scamming and letting the person think that the bank really was just being nosy. It was another business. And listen, I'm not here to defend banks in no shape or form. However, banks don't want to see you get scammed. Banks don't want that. And they know, unfortunately, that most of the scamming is done through some banking thing. And they really don't want that. They don't want that to happen to their clients. They don't want it to anybody. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for business. It's not good for anybody. So when the bank asks you a few questions when you're transferring or withdrawing or wiring money, understand that they're just doing this to protect you. It's nothing malicious. The bank doesn't want to have another victim of a scam. The bank only has your interests at heart. They don't care what you do with your money. They honestly don't care. I'd like to continue with the grandparent scam, and this is a sad one. And again, usually preys on people that are grandparents, although they do it for nieces and nephews, so on and so forth. But it's sort of known as a grandparent scam. And what this does here is it has where someone is calling the grandparent, pretending to be a grandson, granddaughter. Again, it's nieces, nephews, but let's just use the grandparent. And they usually try to make it out sound like it's like something really serious, a bad accident, something that the grandchild did illegally, or something medical, something legal, something serious, and they need this cash. And don't you worry, those scammers are very quick at telling you how to send them the money. Again, what they do is they apply a sense of urgency, emotions. This is your grandchild. It has to be done now. And the grandchild usually comes on and begs grandma or grandpa not to tell their mom or dad, because it's not true. It's not true. They want it done now. They don't want you to have time to think about it. They don't want you to have time to discuss it now. So again, sense of urgency, playing on the emotions. What I would recommend to most families here is that you think about a password. I don't know, be it bubble gum, nail polish. I don't really care. Just think of a word. And amongst yourselves, mom, dad, kids, grandkids, you use it. And in a case like this, you would say, okay, grandson, granddaughter, what is the password? And if they don't have it, you know it's a scam. You know it's a scam. For most scams, it's really recommended that you step back from it. Give it a day. because they're working on a sense of urgency. Give it time. You don't have to be that urgent. If you must, I think it's a good idea to be honest with you. Ask other people. Talk to other people. Your son, your daughter, your cousin, your neighbor, your friend, and discuss the issue at hand and say, hey, what do you think? Always good to have another set of eyes on things such as this. If it's not a scam, go ahead. Now, another item that came to mind was scams where they send you maybe a letter and say, you know, we think your account has been compromised, or your whatever, credit card, whatever has been compromised. And as such, we want to know this is you. So please let us, send us a copy of a bill with your address, send us a copy of your bank statement, whatever. They will ask for a number of things. Be careful. It could be true, but maybe it's not. When preparing for this, I contacted a non-emergency number of a police department and spoke to them a bit about this type of situation. And they recommend that instead of calling a number that might be on that document that tells you, call us for this, call us for that, call the general number of the bank, of the CRA, of the credit card company, whatever. If you get something and you're not sure, call the general number and look into it. They will help you. They will indeed help you. Now, the next thing I want to talk about a bit is the romance scam. I know that people are familiar with this, and it's a sad way it goes. I would like to touch upon, internet dating and so forth, and I'm not against it at all. I just want you to be aware that sometimes there's scams where people will talk to you, oh, la, 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 I love you, love you, love you, and all of a sudden you're sending them $50 because there's something broke in the car, and then it's $100, and it's more and more, and it keeps going and going. Then finally you feel you're so into it, how can you stop? So be aware of those. Please be aware of those. Some that are interesting is, I guess comical. I got one the other day. He talked about delivering. That, since COVID, we all use delivery services, and we all have things delivered to our house. This was interesting in that they said that they couldn't deliver my package, and that I was to call this number. And of course, there were grammatical errors in the email, as most do, but it was interesting because it said tomorrow. So it said we were unable to deliver your package, and the date was the next date. So obviously they had made a mistake with the date, and it honestly made me laugh. So we tried to deliver your package tomorrow, but we weren't able to. I mean, how do they know? Be very leery of things and watch the grammar. However, I've also gotten one from CRA, and the grammar was good. It looked good, but it was fake. And I knew it just because it talked about something that I had not done. So I knew it. Same with, I'm sure you get those texts or emails saying they're calling from Bank A and you bank with Bank B or something similar. They're just trying to hook you in. They hook some people in. Some people go to Bank A and they believe it. Sadly, some people believe it. Please check with your bank. They all have a general number. If you look on the back of your card, you will have that number and you can call. I recommend it. Then I'd like to just briefly touch upon the phone scams. Of course, there's so many. I mean, it's terrible how many people are phoning you on your cell phone these days. Very sad indeed. But I have a friend who just decided, tired of dealing with these people, so they were going to just blast them with profanities. And they did. They felt better for the time being. However, this scammer, what they did is they used his phone number. So when they went to scam you, They used his phone number, so you thought it was him. And he would be getting calls back because the person thought it was him scamming them. That's kind of funny, kind of ironic. So the best thing, in my opinion, to do is just hang up right away or answer, thank you, and then hang up if you really feel you must answer. Certainly, there are some people that feel just by saying yes, like, thank you, and then, have I reached so-and-so? Yes, that's all they need, because then they're using that to scam you on some audio components where all you have to do is answer yes, and they have your voice. So the best thing to do is not to answer. If you must answer, thank you, and hang up. Do not engage them longer. Do not try to be mean to them, because that will backfire on you. Believe me, I've seen it happen. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on 60 Northbound. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something. And we look forward to seeing you the next time. And until then, thank you. Please share the video. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.